You're listening to Independent TV 7. Kindly click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get more notification. Thanks for watching. The issue of insecurity in Nigeria, part of it is just a religious violation, and this religious violators list as United States blacklisted Nigeria after 12 months of IPOB lies or IPOB agitations. But notwithstanding, the presidency has blamed the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, for having Nigeria on the religious violators watch list, saying Nigeria shouldn't have been on the list, but for IPOB funded falsehoods and misinformation about Nigeria for 12 months. This is coming from the presidency, and as you can see, Garba Shehu is the one advocating for the government of Buhari. The presidency noted that the aim was to drive a wedge. What is it all about? For political reasons between the two major faiths in Nigeria to realize their false claims that the two faiths cannot live side by side, which is the narrative they have given us. Go to the northern part of the country, you see that the most problem, bedeviling that region is just because of religion. And as it is, the Boko Haram has even explained it more better and obvious that the meaning of Boko Haram is Western education is prohibited, and they believe that it's the Christians that are bringing westernization and Western education to the northern part, because they believe in just Arabic school to just be religious. And when the Christian came in, they started enlightening them on how to see the left and how to see the right. And they believe, no, these people, if we give them chance, they would open the eyes of these so-called gullible northerners that believe in so-called Arabic, going to Arabic, and they are not exposed just because of their greedy. And I'm talking about the elites now, who started funding the Boko Haram just because of their greed, because they believe they are more exposed, and they can even cheat them in the area of finances, because they don't want them to know their left from their right, and to not open their eyes so that they will not ask questions as to what they are doing, which is embedded in this present dispensation. So they do not want anybody to ask them question how they spend their money, and they never wanted to be accountable to anybody. And this whole thing is just because of religion, and they believe if the Christian continues, they would definitely not be able to write or slide their citizens. That is what it is. But Garba Shehu, the senior special advisor to the president, in a post on his social media page titled "What Biden's removal of Nigeria from religious violation watch list means," claimed that the removal of Nigeria from the religious violators watch list by the Biden-led United States administration is a triumph of diplomacy and sagacity over hate-driven foreign policies, itself founded on false propaganda. Garba Shehu noted that President Muhammadu Buhari is satisfied with the decision by the United States to remove Nigeria from that unwanted list of countries, because the decision was based on facts. He said President Muhammadu Buhari is truly satisfied with the decision by the United States to remove Nigeria from that unwanted list of countries. Blinken said the decision of the Joe Biden government on this was based on facts. In expressing the country's appreciation for this, the president noted that there is freedom of worship in Nigeria, and no one is discriminated against on the basis of his or her faith. I believe what he's saying is right. But in the southern region of the country, yes, the southerners believe that you have freedom of worship. Anybody can worship anything he feels like worshiping. Anybody can believe whatever he feels to believe. But in the northern region, we could hear or we could see that so many people have been killed, especially the Christians. So many churches have been burnt down by the so-called Muslim bigot. So many Christian preachers have been killed. I could remember of one woman who was more or less like a town crier, preaching the gospel very early in the morning at an hour, very early at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. She was killed just because she was propagating the gospel of truth, which is the Christian faith, and she was killed. So many churches have been burnt down, and there have been so many reprisals against that. And when Garba Shehu comes out and tell us he has a fact, well, in the northern region, and they are trying to bring it back, or downplay it to the southern region. So if you tell us that the so-called Biden administration has removed the religion violation bill, has removed Nigeria from that, or religion violators as it was, or as it were, I would say Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB were right. But when Garba Shehu wants to defend himself or to justify that, he said everybody in Nigeria has freedom of worship. Yes, definitely we have a freedom of worship, and it's just only embedded in one region of the country. The Southerners are very, very accommodating. The Southerners are very, very exposed. The Southerners know the constitution, and the Southerners really, know what it is to be free, freedom of association, freedom of worship, freedom of movement, and so on and so forth. So if we in the Southern region rather, we abide by the constitution, what is embedded in the northern part. When you tell us that everybody has freedom of worship, I know, I could remember, like I said earlier, so many churches were being burnt down just because they believe that the Christians were the one bringing westernization to the northern part, and they wouldn't like that, and that is why, or that was why they started burning churches, killing Christians, and Boko Haram has really said it all. Boko Haram, the simplicity and the definition of Boko Haram simply means Western education is prohibited, and the Christians are the ones bringing westernization to the northern part. So the justification is just one-sided, as it is in their appointment, as it is in their justification, and as it is in their rule of law, because their rule of law says Sharia law. That is what they practice in the northern region. But Christians do not care. Whatever they wish to do, they do it, and because there is freedom of association. Nigeria should never have been on the list. It was included after paid right-wing American lobbyists were funded millions of dollars by indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to spread falsehood and misinformation about Nigeria. Those who willingly took money from terrorists spread falsehood against a democratically elected government. They took advantage of well-meaning, God-fearing Americans to whom they spread their lies. Well, I would counter Garba Shehu in this. If you are telling me that the God-fearing Americans whom they spread their lies, so Americans do not know what is right and what is wrong, so they only would try to publish or publicize fake news or fake reports or fake antecedents. Americans are not so gullible. It is very clear, except Garba Shehu is just trying not to read or not to know what is embedded or what is going on. The American, there was a citizen of America that was rescued in the Borno in the northeast that was kidnapped. I believe that the Americans, most of them do believe in what they believe. Most of them are Christians, and there are Muslims counterparts in there. So they came and rescued their own citizens. So in a nutshell, I would say the Americans knows quite alright that the Nigerian government and this present dispensation of Buhari has really faulted Nigerians. And why? And what are the reasons why Americans said they will not sell ammunition to Nigeria any longer? They've now known the truth. They said that since you now buy ammunition, you buy jets, you buy arms, just to violate human rights. So is that not enough reason to justify IPOB by saying all this? But as Biden is, he might want to just be diplomatic, and that is the reason why he removed Nigeria from the list of watch list of religion violators. Yes, he is justified to remove that, but don't change the narratives. I believe the antecedent of this so-called administration is full of blame, blasphemy, and propaganda. Well, I don't have much time. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Don't forget to share this so that others can be aware. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.